I don't think she cares how she looks or what anybody sees on this, because if she makes it to the end, then she wins. It doesn't matter what people think afterwards, after the fact, when they see the shows. She is solely focused on the other women and beating the other women. It could be a personal pride thing then that's carrying her, that's fueling her. Is just, this is how I prove to myself that I'm better than them, is I beat them. And I think it's no longer about her and Clayton. I honestly don't think she cares about Clayton at all.
She did say, like, didn't she say at one point, she was like, I can't let her win. Like,
Yeah.
what do I do? Like, I stop and I let her win. Like, I have to win. But I, like, God, like, Clayton, come on. Like, we can see through this, can't we? Like, open your eyes. Like, what is he doing? Does he have to process it?
Starting to a little bit. I think he is, but then he isn't. Like, in his conversation with Shanae, he was like, she was like, yeah, everyone's bullying me, whatever. And he was like, okay, that's cool. Like, let's talk about something else. Like, he kind of seemed like kind of over her conversation a little bit. So I was like, okay, Clayton, maybe we're getting it. And then he goes into his conversation with Elizabeth and he's like, so I have some stuff to talk to you about. And I was like, okay, we're back. But then at the end of his conversation with Elizabeth, he was like, okay, well, can you just settle this? And it's like, bro, like, why did you even like make her waste her own breath then if you're just gonna be like, well, you handle it? Like, I think Clayton just gets so overwhelmed by these like confrontations and this like facilitation of negotiation. And I think he goes into it thinking that he has the tools or skills to handle it, and then quickly realizes that he's in over his head. But I think he is sick of it. I think he is starting to see through it a little bit. I just don't think he knows how to navigate that, which is frustrating to watch.
I think definitely his whole thing is that he's characterized himself and wants to portray himself. I'm not saying that he's not, but like, he's solely focused on always coming off as sensitive and caring. And he's willing to listen to anyone. So I think every time a woman is coming to him with a problem, he's just solely focused on, okay, I want to make sure she feels heard, and I don't want to say anything accusational or confrontational. And so I think that's beginning to catch up with him, because at some point he's got to say, okay, you're the problem, you need to get out. You know, we have just been through 2 seasons where we saw 2 leading ladies who've done that really well. Michelle did that well, and Katie did that well, saying, you're the problem, get out. And I don't think he's comfortable doing that. I think he doesn't want to look bad for the audience, for Bachelor Nation, if he chooses a side or doesn't listen to her, especially because he wants to be seen as that guy who listens to women. And so I think he's trying very hard. And I think that's why I hated when he said, Elizabeth, you hash this out. It's like, okay, you raggedy dude, you need to figure this out. You need to help them. And so it just seems so, okay, I'm out of this. Like, you ladies figured it out. Like, this is not going to coexist anymore. So we've got an issue here where you got to choose. You've got to choose one. You got to listen to this and get the other one out of here, because Elizabeth can't send Shanae home. She can't do that. So if it's becoming clear that they're not going to come to terms, one's got to go. And that's got to be on Clayton. And he doesn't recognize that yet, I don't think. I think he's still trying to be neutral and be sensitive all the time to everyone. But he can't do it.
Classic 2-on-1.
Exactly. Bring back the 2-on-1. We're not going to get it.
We're not.
But bring it back.
If you want more of where that came from, be sure to check out our full episode recap. It'll be linked in the description as well as pop up on this screen.